Hey guys, Lorelia here. Today, I wanted to talk about a subject that's actually been on my mind, and it's the topic of scarcity, especially if you are a business owner. You know, I've noticed that the biggest lie ever told, and really has been perpetuated by many of us, whether we know it or not, is that there are limited resources. And in any area of life, not pertaining to business, it can even be in your personal life. There is limited resources of, money, or limited resources of you gaining success, and that there are only a select few that will obtain success. So if those individuals have already gotten success, oh well, you've missed out, because success is really only for those individuals. Now, of course, the biggest lie ever told, even if you're not a Christian and you just read the Bible, there are, of course, so many scriptures that you can refer to that will defeat that whole mindset, that whole thinking. But unfortunately, like I said, it's been perpetuated. And it's a lie that that many of us believe. And I'll actually be honest and transparent. Even myself, it wasn't until I got at least over the age of 35 that I start to, broaden who I surrounded myself with, broaden who I was listening to, broaden what information I was taking in, and start to study other things and other people, and then had to figure it out for myself, to realize that resources are not scarce. What is scarce is the ability of individuals going after it. And now I want to relate it to business. I wrote a book, and the book, and I'm just beginning to start to market it more, only because of the demand. For a while, I put it to the side. I was not marketing it as much. But after putting out so much valuable content online, that it resurrects. And what happens is that people seek you out. And I say all that to say, I recently did a speaking engagement, paid speaking engagement, last week at a public high school in Newark. And they sought me out based on the valuable content. And what happens is that my list is being built pretty much daily from information and valuable content that I share in that book. I say all that to say, the book is a personal finance book in the area of credit repair and debt collectors. One would say that, Lorelia, there's already someone doing that. You're right, there is. There's many people doing it. You go right on Amazon, you put in any of those keywords that I mentioned, credit repair, debt collectors, you will see a gazillion books about it. But the sad thing is that many people will not take any action to share their valuable expertise because they think things are limited. When I wrote that book, and like I said, the journey of me writing that book started in 2011, journey started in 2010, published in 2011, revised it in 2013. What does all that mean? What that means is I never believed in the hype that only a select few can share the stage to talk about the subject matter. Because at the end of the day, all of our experiences are unique. The one thing that I know that separates me from the space of me writing the book Many individuals who are in that space of talking about that subject matter may have had to do research, or have based it on what somebody else has gone through. Me personally, and I'm not going to say that's a bad thing, but I know what separates me. Me, myself, I've been through it. So when I wrote the book, I spoke from where I was financially with dealing with debt collectors and what I did to rebuild myself financially. And if you know this story, I share this all the time. When I was a tax professional and I had clients who had these troubles, I used to give the information out for free. Didn't even understand. Like I said, it's all in who you expose yourself to. Didn't even realize that I could actually have someone to pay me for my value. And that's why I can't stress enough, service-based individuals, solopreneurs, why it's so important to know your worth, know your value. Know your value in the marketplace. Share your value. Share it with those who are looking for what it is that you need, and crush it. I mean, now we have so many resources that you can basically set up stage. You no longer have to wait for approval, wait for validation, wait for those to say, yes, you can. Now is the time for you to do it. So disregard those who say who you think you are to think you can do that. Because 9 times out of 10, those who are saying that have not did anything. I always tell people my biggest opposition is from people who have never written a book, have never became a bestseller. It's the people who never did it. Where I get the most love is those who've actually, who did it, who wrote the book, who became a bestseller, who's out there grinding, marketing their book. So once again, this is Lorelia, and I look forward to sharing more value with you. Again, you want to learn more about what I'm doing, head over to my website. It'll be right here below in this video, and I'll talk to you in the next video.